Hello everybody, welcome to the Finger Lakes Regional Airport. It is 42 degrees, a little bit rainy, although I'm not going to say the skies are lightning. Maybe later. Have some rain going on today. Not a big deal, I think, but it might interfere with our efforts. As I drove along Cayuga Lake today, it was, not much activity on the lake itself that I saw. I did not see a large raft of snow geese. I did see one snow goose by itself, and quite honestly, I wondered if it's okay. There is no snowy owl here again. I have seen a few crows. And now I see a northern harrier being harassed by 3 crows over to my left. I won't be able to show it to you, so we're gonna move on. If you're unfamiliar, a northern harrier is a type of hawk. As you can see, there's essentially no snow on the ground anywhere. Even, I dare say, even the various snow piles that were left by snow removal efforts are essentially gone. There may be a little bit of, piled snow here or there, but not that I've really seen, actually, not today, and certainly not here at the airport. It's been for me a rather quiet week overall in terms of bird watching. I would say, though, that things seem to have changed. There are some Canada geese to our right, and I saw one snow goose earlier as I drove by. And there's also a gull that I suspect is limping. Let's take a quick look. I saw it as I drove in, and as I said, Canada geese, and there's a snow goose here. Oh, I might be hearing... Hold on. I might be hearing some horned larks, but I'm not sure. I don't see them, but they could be easily out in the cornfield, but just difficult to spot. Let's move on. I don't want to frighten the Canada geese, but they look like they're moving maybe because of me, and I don't want that to happen. Over to our left, more white on the ground. Not a lot, but more white. So I wonder if we have a bunch of, several snow geese. Not many, but several that we might be able to have a look at. Anyway, I was going to say that things seem to have changed. I'm now seeing grackles on a regular basis, common grackles, at my own feeders. Red-winged blackbirds at my own feeders, and just the behavior has changed too. First of all, sometimes I'll see grackles or red-winged blackbirds flying around in small small flocks, more like what I would expect to see. I'm not declaring it spring yet, but more like I would expect to see in the spring, and before, before, especially of the grackles, and before you see like red-winged blackbirds settling down and claiming territory. Let's stop here for a moment. And again, these are snow geese. Notice on the bill, just so you know, you see it looks like it's got a gap on either side. I think it's called a grin patch. And you see that with snow geese. You won't see that with the smaller Ross's goose. One second here. You know what? I hear more snow geese. Oh yeah, hold on. I think they're snow geese. And I don't know if they'll turn around and come here. They're up rather high. They look like they might be turning around. I'm not sure. Oh, we got to move. There's a U.S. Postal Mail vehicle behind me, and they're going to eventually get to that mailbox that I was just kind of blocking. Okay, back to the geese that we have here. Now I've moved forward a little bit, so my viewing in some ways is not as good. The snow goose is not as large as a Canada goose, not typically. That was nice for her. She apologized for driving by and blocking my view. We won't stay and watch them too long. But actually this is these are probably some of the closer looks that we've had lately. Now what I'm not seeing here are any of the dark morph or blue morph snow geese.
So these are essentially all white. There might have been a juvenile. This one's probably a juvenile, so it's not quite white, but it's clearly not the dark morph. The darker coloration form that we see sometimes. We're going to move on very shortly. Okay, let's go. Nothing else going on here.
As I have mentioned a couple times now, it's looking more and more like we are not going to be seeing a snowy owl this season. A couple morning doves above us on the wires. It's interesting how things have worked out at my own bird feeders. I bought, at the beginning of the season, I bought a certain amount of bird seed, and I started using it. I don't feed all year round, and at one point, I don't remember if it was December or whatever. I was like, oh my, I've gone through so much so far. And we're here at this point in the season. I'd better buy more. So I bought more, and in some ways things slowed up. I'm now almost concerned that I would have maybe a little bit too much bird food. If I want to stop feeding at the usual point in the season. Really early spring, actually. Essentially. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it. I mean, I'm not worried that I won't be able to go through it. I'll find a way to go through it. Believe me, they'll eat it. Or the worst thing that could happen is I could just walk somewhere else and leave food for whatever birds are in that area. I can always do that too. But I could just let the starlings eat all that they want. What I usually do is if I find them dominating the feeders, I'll walk to the window just to kind of frighten them away a little bit. I'm not trying to deprive them, but I'm just trying to make sure they don't prevent anybody else from getting in. And they do that sometimes. Okay, 2 hours left. What do I see? Looks like a red-tailed hawk. Let's give it a quick look. Did it take off? No. We'll move on. Let this vehicle pass me. I've also really noticed, and I don't know if this is deliberate. It's very possible, but I've noticed that the water levels in Cayuga Lake appear low, and I don't know if that's because and I've seen this at other lakes. They, on occasion, they deliberately lower the water levels to allow people who have, docks or whatever to, perform any maintenance that might be required. without water in the way. And I don't know if that's what's going on, but the water levels are definitely down in Cayuga Lake. And, we haven't had a lot of snow and rain this winter. And I wonder if things are just naturally low. I don't know. Again, it could be a deliberate, a deliberate effort to lower the lake temporarily or something. I have no idea. Oh, I learned a couple things, and one of them I already posted on MeWe, and that is the Lab of Ornithology expects to reopen the visitor center. Or at least I should say, they expect construction to be finished in June, and anything can happen to prevent that from occurring. There could be materials that are delayed for some reason, or there could be some other issue. So it's always possible, or they could encounter something unexpected. But that's what they're looking at. And the reason why I made a point of posting that is just because, if anyone happens to be planning a visit to Ithaca, it might be nice to, know in advance. Second, I've asked the question about the bubblers in Sapsucker Woods Pond, and I think the answer was a little surprising, and maybe they're just looking for a remedy that will work. I don't know, but apparently the reason why they don't have the bubblers now is because I guess the lines that were used to power them, either for power or for something, I'm not sure, the snapping turtles and the beavers were chewing through them and damaging them. So that's the at least the belief. So they're blaming the snapping turtles and the beavers. I voiced my concern that I believe the beavers are being framed. I have to say, I didn't really defend the snapping turtles. But quite honestly, I don't know about the snapping turtles. Maybe they would do it too. But as for the beavers, I can't say I'm terribly surprised, especially with some of the behavior we've seen from them, and finding their way into the fenced-off area around the outflow there at the pond. I may be still on their side, more or less, but we have to, we have to accept responsibility. I see to my right in the water, it looks like there might be some swans, and I'm not sure if there's ducks or geese. We might look at them on the way back. Now, as I've noted, there's not a lot of snow and ice, and we are, like it or not, we're in late winter. And, start to wonder, how are things going to work out today? Where are we going to see birds? Are we going to see many birds? The birds are somewhere. It's just a matter of, will they be in the sorts of areas where we'll be able to see them. And another question is, have some of the birds that we've been seeing over the winter, have they decided to move on and now head back north. I don't know.
Looks like a red-tailed hawk there.
And there are a few Canada geese in the air. 6. You know what? I think we're going to, let's head towards the visitor center, just out of curiosity. There may be some activity there. Now, you know, it did get cold for a day or two, but it's warmed back up a bit, and, you know, I have, you know, in my travels and in my searching today, I have yet to see any ice on water. So it could be that the visitor center pool, or that area, I don't know if it's a pool at the moment, you know, they control that water. We'll see if it's frozen over, or, you know, what kind of activity it has, if any. You know, if anyone's unfamiliar with where we're going, I'm talking now about the visitor center here at the Montezuma Refuge, not the visitor center at the Cornell Lab. Hey. I'm sure Wildlife Drive is still closed. I would expect it to be, of course. It's you know, still March. It doesn't. It's not scheduled to open, weather permitting, until April 1st. And okay, to our right, I see what are probably some pigeons. But what do I see to my left? Yeah, they're definitely pigeons over to our right. Come on. And I saw something here. Oh, did it fly away? No. Who's this? Oh, it's a robin. Hi, robin. American robin. No idea if that's a robin that wintered here or if it's a robin that has since arrived here, you know, migrating back.
There's some birds here to look at. Got Canada geese, northern shovelers. We'll look at those. I'm not sure what we've got there. We're going to take a look, a closer look in a moment. Those look like mallards. Okay, let's we'll take a look. The red-winged blackbird. Let me just move this over. There we go. Again, these are northern shovelers. Look at their large bills. They use them, my understanding is, as they sift through like mud or whatever, and they glean from that mud whatever they are seeking. This is a female, and this is the male. There are a number of shovelers here. Anybody else? Okay. Farther out, what do we have? Is that what I think it is? It looks a lot like a mallard, but this looks to me actually like an American black duck. Very similar, but a few differences in color. I'm not sure if there are many differences other than that, really. Another American black duck there. Notice we're hearing the red-winged blackbirds, and they're singing. Not just a simple call or whatever. It's time to start singing for them. Back there, hold on. There. That is a northern pintail. And that's another one. And is that a female? Yes, I would say. So we have a few northern pintails here as well. So, I'm glad we came here. A nice variety of ducks. Not a huge variety, but I mean, several different species. Here's another male. Northern pintail. It's that long neck. So we've got several pintails here actually, and so that's pintail, and then look here, that is a green-winged teal, a male. That center there. And they're... Oh, hey! Okay, they're not flying far. Oh! Hold on. some swans in the air. And more, and by the sound of them, they are tundra swans. So we'll let them go. They're just moving. And let me look around with binoculars, see what else is around. Get you back on the Canada geese. Pintails back there. Did I just hear something? Hold on. Oh my goodness, we've got sandhill cranes. I did not expect to see any. Not that all of them are heading towards Nebraska, but I'm just surprised. But, you know, actually, again, not all of them go to Nebraska, but certainly a large percentage of them. But let me see if I can see them anywhere with binoculars. No, they are completely out of view. When I said, did I just hear something, that's what I was wondering. I thought I might have heard a sandhill crane. And, in fact, I did. Now we were, I can't, oh wait, are there more? Wait, 1 second. Doesn't look like them. Oh, those could be. Those are. No, they're not. Those are Canada geese. Let me look at binoculars 1 second. Those all look like Canada geese. And so I have no idea where the sandhill cranes are. And I just wanted to look over here a bit. I'm glad we came here. I think the two geese that we've got here that are vocalizing, especially one, I think they're going to leave. Yep, they're leaving. Okay, one more thing. All right, I just want to look back over here And I think then we'll move on, probably. Hey, who's there? Looks like an American black duck. Okay, I thought I saw some other birds somewhere, but like I said, I had not expected to see any sandhill cranes. And for a couple of reasons. But, you know, I have to be... Now I think about it, you know, granted, I've been coming up here in the late winter, early spring for years now, but not necessarily coming here. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe I should expect to see them regularly. I don't know. Okay. Let's... You know, I'm going to switch cameras. I
think I might be seeing some starlings above us. I wonder if the people in the two vehicles that we just kind of passed, I wonder if they knew of the sandhill cranes. Oh, I see the sandhill cranes. I'm guessing that they...
I think I just heard a robin. It's hard to use my scope. It's wet now from this rain, and it's hard to get a grip on the various focusing rings. So again, these are sandhill cranes. The adults have the red forehead patch. Now, you see this one, oh, is that a fully developed red forehead patch or not quite? I suspect this one's a little younger. I may be wrong. Could be wrong. Beautiful birds. Oh, that one back there is younger. That one there. The one who just tucked its head in. Right now we've got 3 in a row. This one is an adult, the one behind is an adult, and then the one behind that, I think, is a younger one. Visibility is not great. We've got a little bit of rain in the air. But it's nice to see a number of sandhill cranes. It's not just like 1 or 2. It's not a huge number, but we'll take it. Hold on, I gotta dial it back. I think maybe 19. maybe more, maybe 20. Not sure. We'll move on soon enough. Here's some tundra swans vocalizing. And you hear the singing red-winged blackbirds. At least two of them. Can't turn my zoom dial because of the water. See, this one's a younger one here. Okay, we're going to move on. Good to see them. Very good to see them. You know, wait a second. I don't know if I counted these or not. I think maybe 21, maybe more. Anyway, we're going to move on.
Cool. As noted, as expected, the wildlife drive is closed. Closed for the season. But you know, just what we've seen here, we've seen a number of species, and you know, it just emphasizes that, okay, just because Wildlife Drive is closed doesn't mean there's nothing to see here in Montezuma. The first time I ever came here, didn't know what I was doing, didn't know where I was going. I came right here, and I see a mourning dove on the ground, and there was snow on the ground that day, and drove in. I didn't know anything about the place really, and Wildlife Drive was closed, so I couldn't go anywhere. And I saw, you know, here and there, a couple Canada geese here, a couple Canada geese there, and I thought, geez, I've heard so much about the place. But I can see Canada geese in Ithaca. I can see, so that trip was a waste of time that day, but I think I did a little bit of research, learned more about Wildlife Drive and when it would be open, and started going on a fairly regular basis, and then eventually I started expanding the areas I would visit. And it's, come to the point where we visit a number of areas here, depending on the time of year. And I enjoy it very much. We don't always see a lot, but we often do. Definitely find it's worth the time and effort. Obviously, though, there have been times when we've come up here and not seen much at all, and then maybe on the way, if we continue the live stream as I drive back to Ithaca, we might see something. So it's overall, the trip usually proves to be worthwhile. Just saw Canada goose in a few Canada geese in the field to my left, cornfield. Anyway, like I said, we could still have some bad weather, certainly some wintry weather, no question about it. And in fact, I would be surprised if we don't, but you never know. I start to wonder now: have we reached a point where the birds that I do so enjoy seeing in the winter, have they started migrating north already? Like, we didn't see any snowy owls, but how about, the rough-legged hawk, for instance? Now, I do see a hawk on a pole. It's probably a red-tailed. And yes, it does look like a red-tailed. Just a quick look from here. We won't, just through the windshield. Come on. Yeah. Well, there's one on this pole here. Again, red-tailed hawk. Another one? No. pull over and let this vehicle pass me. I'll slow down. What do I see? Oh, shoot. I think I see above, to our left is what's called the North Spring Pool, and I see there might be a common grackle. I'm not positive. I think so. And we looked a couple weeks ago, but let's show you just from this side the great blue heron rookery. I think that's a great blue heron up there. We're going to take a look. Hold on one second. I'm trying to pull over and still have a proper view.
Where was it? There's a heron. Actually, there are a couple of herons there. Making more than a couple. It's at least 3. Hold on. Got a vehicle. I've kind of lost track of... This may be the first one I saw. I'm not sure. Let's go about to the... Just a quick look. We're not going to stay here and watch for long. Other birds there. So I'm not sure if that's the first one I had seen or not. Maybe not. But you can see there are others. There's one there on a nest, and it looks like it's... don't know what it's doing. I think we've seen at least 3 great blue herons. Hold on. I don't want to lose my place, but there's one in the air. So far we're seeing, you know, maybe I didn't expect things this early, but maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, this is a bona fide rookery, and you know, maybe some start a little earlier. I mean, here it is, just early part of March. You know, I'm used to when there was a nest at Sapsucker Woods. You know, kind of used to it being April or nearly April by the time we would see any activity there, as I recall. We're going to move on.
Had we not, you know, I just wanted to show you just the, you know, I thought it was a nice way to see rough, you know, just get an idea how many nests are there. And I really didn't expect to see great blue heron activity there yet. And you know, maybe it's my fault. I just never really looked there. A bunch of people up on top of the, I wonder what they're looking at. On top of the platform. I wonder what they're looking at. They look like they might have been looking at something. Is it that they're seeing something special from up there? Or is it just a group that is just making a stop there? I don't know. They kind of look like they were all looking at in one direction. Anyway, what I was saying is, you know, maybe it's my fault for not checking out the rookery sooner in the years since I've known of its existence. Canada geese at Mays Point. And I'm not sure what that smaller bird was. Going on here. I'm not really seeing any activity here. Let's continue on. So, you know, things have definitely changed. I think I see some pigeons. You know, they've got a lot of debris here on the bridge. There were a couple days ago some windstorms, and I don't know if Montezuma had the same sort of thing or not. Nothing that I really see here. Let's continue on. Nobody, nope. I just saw a common merganser on the left side of the road, and maybe a few more. One second. Yes. So some common mergansers, but not much else that I see. Just a quick look here. The one I saw one that was, there it is. It's a male common merganser, kind of duck. And there were more, I don't know if I can show them to you or not, in the distance there. And is that an eagle? It is indeed. Bald eagle. Let's take a quick look at it. It's obviously not a mature bald eagle. Let's take a quick look at the bald eagle. Where are you? There you go. I think I hear a robin. And a grackle. Beautiful bird, really. All right, let's, I think we're going to try to move to the other side. Oh, maybe not. Well, we'll give it a try. Give me a moment. Use this thing in a while. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get any of the mergansers in view or not. Just because of the angles involved. Maybe not. We'll see. No, I have a feeling the angles are too sharp. Yep, they're too sharp, I think. Common merganser, that's a male. But I've just got too many things in the way. I've just lost it. Yeah. Okay, there were a number of them, but I can't see them now. There are some gulls flying around.
just heard robin again. Ring-billed, I think. The gulls, that is. Okay, we're going to move on. And just readjust things here. I was hoping to show you the common mergansers a little better than that, but they swam out of view. I'm from the car here. I can't just show you any angle there. Either the car itself gets in the way, or the bridge rails get in the way. So far, we've seen or heard a mix of species. We've seen some that we might expect to see in the wintertime, and some in the spring. Morning doves, I think, to our left. We might expect, obviously, in the winter to see the birds that remain, the bald eagles, the mallards. But we've seen northern shovelers, we've seen northern pintails, although some have been around. We've seen certainly the sandhill cranes. And I'm not going to say that, you'll never see a sandhill crane around here in the wintertime. But I have not seen, I don't usually see them in the wintertime. I'm sure, there could be one or two around, but we saw, several of them around 20 or 21 or something like that. Now, if I were to report them on eBird, I don't know if because of the time of year, if they would be considered rare or not. That I don't know. Again, with eBird, sometimes a bird is tagged as rare, not because it's never in an area, but maybe given the reporting time, maybe for that reporting time it's considered rare. And some species, of course, in let's say in the Montezuma area, are always considered rare. One that comes to mind, a snowy egret is always considered rare, even in the middle of summer. But a snow goose, probably not. Maybe in the summer it might be. I don't know. Wouldn't be expected. In winter, okay, it's expected. Same thing, I've mentioned it, and one species that keeps coming to mind is, the gray catbird, and there has been one on occasion reported lately as, in Tompkins County, somewhere around Sapsucker or at Sapsucker itself, Sapsucker Woods, and, in winter, that's not expected. In summer, it would not be tagged as rare, not at all. I just want to look at some things here.
There used to be an eagle nest here, and I didn't see it last week when I looked, and I mean, I don't remember the exact location, but I thought there was one here, and I'm not seeing it today either. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place or something, but could be something happened to it, I don't know. I told you, I believe, several weeks ago, that I heard of a bald eagle nest that, in the fall or in the winter had been knocked down because of a storm or something, some kind of weather event maybe. And a lot of people were worried. And, at least one person did reach out to me, and I said, well, it's to rebuilding for the eagles will now present some work. They'll have to, if they want to rebuild, they'll have to gather the materials, etc., and go through all the effort to rebuild. But, they're not living in the nest. It's not where they live year-round. So in terms of, are the eagles okay? Well, they'll be fine. One thing that was nice earlier this week, I looked out from my windows, and in a distant tree where I have made a point to check for eagles, I saw two of them. And it was good to see. And then, hold on a second, I see something. Another red-tailed hawk. Just a quick look here.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Let's try that again. Come on. There we go.
So anyway, I had seen two in a tree, and I kept looking around, and looking through my field of view, and I saw another dark spot in a much closer tree. And I wasn't sure, but I trained my scope on it, and sure enough, it was another bald eagle, another adult. And just to be able to see, even if they weren't all, well, none of the three were really close, but even to see any eagles from home, for me, I'm still thrilled by it. I remember the first time I thought I was seeing, this is years ago, I thought I was seeing an eagle from home. I couldn't believe it. I saw something and it was in a tree, and it was, essentially on the opposite side of the tree trunk or branches, and it was hard to see it. But every once in a while, things would move, or it would move, and I would see a little bit of that white head. And when I was looking, with my scope, and finally had a definite view, okay, a white head, and there's an eye, and everything, it was something. Even if it wasn't a good look, I mean, as someone who, when younger, heard about how eagles had been threatened, and I thought maybe I would never see one, and then to be able to see one from home was remarkable to me. I see a number of Canada geese in the field, this cornfield to our right. Not huge numbers, but scattered here and there. Okay.
Let's try that again. Just here and there. And more. I mean, I have... Oh.
Those are snow geese. I wonder where they're going. And they're at good altitude. They might already be migrating my guess is they've started. It's about time that they would, and why not? I wonder if we'll catch up with a lot of them anywhere. Maybe there already are a lot in one area. I wouldn't be surprised. So let's keep moving. Sorry, mourning doves. A bunch of them on the wires, and I just frame them off, I guess. No doubt, mourning doves are a little skittish, and they have been coming to my my bird feeders of late. Part for a couple of reasons. I think they've been around, and also maybe things are different. I've heard some. I've been hearing mourning doves sing. In normal time, normally in winter you might not hear them sing, but now it's getting time where they'll start their nesting season. American Crow Tour left, and. Anyway, I've been seeing them, and also I've been putting out some bird seed as opposed to not just the suet that I've been putting out, and I think that is a better draw for them too. So I've been seeing some activity, but from the mourning doves, but they are more skittish, and if I'm there at my window and one sees me, there's a good chance it's at the very least going to be watchful and quite possibly end up flying away. I don't see that much with the dark-eyed juncos. I will see that generally with the starlings, although sometimes they don't respect me or fear me. And sometimes they just will not leave the feeder. They just won't until I open things up and start to head out there. Then they might fly away. Well, just saw leaving the power lines and flying to the ground. I just saw an eastern bluebird. And, if you're not familiar, you might assume, oh, that's a springtime bird. No, I don't think so. I think if they don't winter here, at least some winter here. Maybe they come from farther north, or maybe they just remain here all season. I don't know, but the point is, to see one in winter does not surprise me. I was surprised. This is years ago when it was admittedly a mild day, I believe, in January, and I had my bird bath out, and some eastern bluebirds had come to use the bird bath. Of course, this morning the starlings were using my bird bath. I don't mind, but sometimes it's like one starling gets in there, and then like a whole bunch say, "Oh, that's a great idea," and then they'll go in the bird bath, which is fine. They'll start splashing around, and okay, but they'll splash a lot of the water right out of the bird bath, and it might have been full at the beginning of the day, and later on in the day, it's nearly empty. Or, lower than I like to have it, I should say. You know, seeing when we saw the sandhill cranes earlier, as I'm driving around here now, I'm reminded of, you know, some of my thoughts from last week. You know, sure, I'm looking around, but not expecting to see any sandhill cranes in any of these fields. But now it just makes me think, okay, it's a definite possibility if there are cranes in the area. I think I see some swans. Not close, but I think I see some. Let's just take a quick look here. Or you know what? Wait, 1 second. We're going to look over there. I'm not so sure they're swans. And 1 second, what's over here? Is there something? Come on. Ah, forget it. One thing on a, you know, rainy day is going through windows can be more difficult. Let me look with binoculars. 1 second. Oh, we have what I believe is probably, yeah, probably some, I'm guessing, snow goose activity. Let's stop here for a moment, and let's quickly look over here at whatever else. But in the distance, I couldn't show you because of the just the wipers and the water on the windshield. I think I see some snow goose activity on the ground, but I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time here. We've got rain coming in the car on some of the gear. Are they decoys? I think we've got some decoys there. See the one that's got its head down towards the ground and it's not moving? Or is it? Hasn't budged? I'm definitely hearing some snow geese. Hold on. I can't see. Can't see. I'm definitely hearing snow geese. It could be just in a flock that's flying around. I don't know. But I think we've got some decoys here. Okay, let's switch cameras. And I want to... see if we can do this right without getting into an accident. So visibility is not great. You know, you've got a little bit of fog around, and you know, the rain in the air itself. The rain itself is in the air also. So visibility is not great here today. thought I saw, yeah, I think I see some snow geese on the ground. Now, they're not very close to the road. Let's see what we can do from here.
Are they decoys? They might be. Yeah, they might be. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, these look like decoys, but I believe I am hearing what sound like snow geese. Okay.
Maybe the geese I've heard are in the air, and I just can't see them because the visibility is poor. That's possible. Either that, or else maybe someone is actually producing some sound, but I doubt it. What I don't know is the intention of the decoys that we sometimes see. We've seen decoys here before, and I don't know what is the purpose of that. I mean, I've never seen anyone hunt here. It could be that they're put here simply as, maybe it's somebody who likes birds and they just want to see a large flock of snow geese here. I have no idea. I do see some gulls to our right, scattered, but quite a fair number of them. Obviously, some people, they put bird decoys out for, because they want to draw birds and maybe hunt them. And, I don't know if I've ever gathered that kind of, gathered that sort of a situation is what's at work. I don't know. It could be that they want to hunt them. I don't know. It could be that they just want to, I don't know. We've heard of one farmer flooding his fields deliberately just for the birds. And assuming that's, true, okay, fine. In fact, good. Do other farmers in the area do that? I have no idea. when I was in Nebraska, sure, the huge numbers of sandhill cranes would be seen, on the Platte River, in the morning and in the evening. The rest of the time, now we didn't spend time at the Platte River in the middle of the day. We would be driving around elsewhere, and we would see a lot of sandhill cranes in the various cornfields. Good numbers in many different fields. You'd see maybe hundreds of them here, hundreds there. Not thousands, but, in the air. Okay, hold on a second. In the air, I see flocks of snow geese. Couple flocks, good numbers overall, and that's maybe what I was hearing. I didn't show you all of what I just saw just now, but maybe that's what's going on. This is heading west. That seems to be heading east, but that doesn't mean that may not have anything to do with actual migration. It could be they're just heading to a good field or something. I don't know. Could be that they're circling around and they're looking around for a good field in which to graze. And who knows, maybe they'll come here and graze. Maybe there are a lot of birds now at East Road, so we're going to head there and look down in the Knox Marcellus Marsh. Anyway, so as I was saying, we would see good numbers in the cornfields, and you might wonder what do the farmers think of that? I don't know, but I can imagine at least a couple things. I don't believe sandhill cranes are known to cause much damage. Some people, from what I hear, don't like snow geese because they do kind of uproot things a bit, and I guess that can cause some problem. I see a couple swans flying over the road. I'm guessing they're tundras. Guessing. I don't know. They might have been trumpeter for all I know. Anyway, I've heard that about snow geese, that they tend to dig a little bit and cause damage to various roots. But I've not heard such a thing about sandhill cranes. And I will say this, I have to imagine that the farmers in those areas of Nebraska, I have to imagine that they're very well aware of the tourist attraction presented by the sandhill cranes. At least a certain part of the year, there are a lot of people that come there for that. And if the sandhill cranes aren't doing any damage and maybe even possibly helping, if their own droppings are in any way helpful to crops, I imagine they don't mind. It's 46 degrees, by the way. So not a cold day, but I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to be, I wouldn't want to be out in shorts and a t-shirt. Welcome to East Road. if I had to guess, we're not going to see a lot of snow geese down there in the water. It's possible, but I'm guessing we won't. Actually, I don't even know if it's open water. It could, for all I know, it could be frozen, but I doubt it. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of white down there already, so. Let's just stop here a moment and take a quick look. Not much going on that I can see with the naked eye anyway. Just heard a red-winged blackbird though. Hold on a second. I think that rain is annoying. I think I might be hearing snow geese. I'm going to set you down. As I look, I can't see very far, even right in the air. We're going to move on, I think. Looking up in the sky, it's hard to see anything. And if there are geese up there at good altitude, it might be very difficult to see them. If you're new to the tour, there have been times either here, looking down on the Knox Marcellus Marsh, or where we just were a few minutes ago on that highway. These are areas where we have on occasion seen large flocks of snow geese. And when they take to the air, if they're on the ground and they suddenly take to the air, it can be quite a sight. But I think we're going to move on. But I'm getting the feeling that snow geese are now, if they're not on the move already, they're beginning. And they should. It's about that time. I mean, today's the 2nd of March. But we've seen, in the past, in prior years, we've seen good numbers on Cayuga Lake later in March. So anyway, the rain is interfering with us a little bit. Just saw some mourning doves, and unfortunately, I think I frightened them off the wires. I dare say that the visibility is worsened since we arrived. We can look at some of the mergansers here a minute. Oh, that eagle's still there too.
So these are common mergansers. Hold on a second, I gotta make an adjustment here. Females on the right there. And that bald eagle is still, I don't know if I can get it or not, the car may be in the way. Well, that's a different eagle there. And I'm not sure I can see the one that we were looking at. There it is. I think that's the same one. And so anyway, we have these mergansers, common mergansers, and then farther out I think there are more. Yes. Looks like another eagle there. I don't know if, it could be that I missed them earlier when we were here, but I don't know. Now that I think about it, I think I've seen 3 different, in my travels today, I think I've seen 3 different...
Drive along Saybolt Road and I saw some hooded mergansers. I believe I saw at least one red-breasted merganser on Cayuga Lake, and now we've seen common mergansers, so we've seen 3 different species, or I've seen anyway. We're going to move on, obviously. So, overall today, you might think, oh, it's a quiet day or something up here, but actually it's been good. We've seen overall some interesting species. I think I see another eagle in the air above Shockey Pool. Oh shoot, can't. Hold on a second, I want to look at something. Yeah. Let this vehicle pass me. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. Earlier when we drove by here, there were a number of people on the tower, and nobody there now. I wonder if they were just a group traveling together, and they just decided, okay, let's go up there and look, and they looked and maybe moved on. And they did not seem to be looking at the heron rookery. They looked like they were looking elsewhere. Ahead, it almost looks like the sky might be lightening up a bit. We're going to take a quick detour. The usual that we take. And we never see anything, but we're going to take the detour anyway. We're here. Yeah, I mean, to our right, I'm not going to say the sky's clearing up, but it looks like the sun is trying to poke through a bit. And I think I see a small patch of blue. Could be a short-lived thing, who knows? Somebody just flew across the road, a small bird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I just see what I thought I saw? Uh-oh. I think I just saw something bad. Yep. That tree is gone. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, that tree is no longer standing. The tree where we were hoping to eventually see an owl, a screech owl, it's fallen over. That's too bad. It's fallen over. But, you know, if they had that windstorm, I mentioned earlier that there was a lot of debris on those bridges that we were crossing, and it looked like not regular litter. It looked like pieces of twigs and other stuff from trees, to me at least. And so I'm guessing they had some windy conditions up here as well. A couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I was getting an alert on my phone about just warning about windy conditions, and I don't know if the Montezuma area had the same sort of thing. It might have. Must have been, I'm guessing it was Wednesday night. It was definitely not last night, and definitely not Thursday night. I'm thinking it was probably Wednesday night, either Tuesday or Wednesday. That's really unfortunate. I'm not saying that the owl has, now has no place to go, but they're probably going to go elsewhere, if I had to guess. And it could be that elsewhere is, difficult or impossible. for us in terms of seeing. I still see a red-tailed hawk. We're going to keep going. I'm not going to stop to look at it, but red-tailed hawk on maybe I don't know if it's the same pole, but one of the poles. That's really too bad because, it was suggested to me to I want to look at something. No, that's probably nothing. It was suggested to me, okay, you should go there, to see a screech owl and look for that tree, etc. And, we never did get to see one. But the person who suggested it, I'm sure he's not going to be happy. He was I saw him. He was one of the volunteers at the visitor center building here in Montezuma. I don't have a way to reach him, and quite honestly, it's not like there's any urgency. I mean, it's fallen. I don't know if I showed you or not, but it looked like it was kind of hollowed out at the base, and so maybe the tree looked like it had been dead quite a while, and maybe everything was rotted out, and it was only simply a matter of time before it would fall over. I'm reminded of the tree that the great blue herons used to use for nesting at Sapsucker Woods. It was up there for years and years, and I never saw it alive in my time. And then one day we were there, and I realized, there's something missing. Crows to our left. The sun is kind of almost coming out for the moment. There may still be some rain in the air. It probably is, but at least here. I do see some swans on the lake. Let's take a quick look here. We're not gonna even switch cameras. I don't. Let me just drive forward a little bit further. Is there ice on the lake? Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's just maybe that's not ice. It's just that it's maybe dry there. Anyway, we have some swans there. Oh, and looks like ducks just took to the air. A lot of ducks overall, but they're spread out. They're not really concentrated by the looks of things. I think I hear a robin. Okay, we're going to move on.
I thought I saw actually a canvasback down there. Or two, so that wouldn't be surprised if we'll see the same mix of species we saw last week. What did we see last week? Mostly scops, probably greater scops, canvasbacks, redheads, a few American widgeons, and then here and there we also saw mallards, American black ducks, some mergansers, both red-breasted and common. So those were some of the species we saw last week. And I'm guessing we'll probably see the same sort of thing this week. Take a quick look from here. Oh.
Many of the birds have taken off. See the canvasbacks out there. Nothing is really close. Those might be American black ducks there. Those are mallards. Okay, we'll switch cameras and take a quick look. Oh, wait, hold on a second. You know what, we're not going to do that. We're going to just move on. We're in the way.
Thank you. We'll see if there's a good spot from which to look out at the ducks. We'll do that. Just looking at I wonder if they had some real wind damage here also. I don't know. It's not really bad here, but I mean I don't know. It's very possible we just won't see the numbers that we've been seeing the last few weeks. You know, if some of them have decided to head north, or just, you know, simply elsewhere, I mean, just saw before losing the view. There are some numbers out there. Not huge, maybe. Just give you a quick look from here, just with this camera. They're not close. I think we see some scops out there too. Hold on a second. Yeah, I think so. Scops, canvasbacks. I think I hear some Canada geese. I think I also hear some starlings. Probably, yeah, some redheads are out there. So I think the same sort of mix. And, you know, I realize and I see a gull flying overhead. You know, we could look more closely, but I think we're going to keep moving on. It's 10 after 3 now. If they were closer and giving us a better view, I think I'd maybe spend some time to look, but they're not very close. They're well out there on the lake. But they're spread out quite a bit. I think there are good numbers overall, but they're spread out. Morning, Doug. Some are a little closer here. Let's see if we can find a... Oh, shoot, I should stop there. Stop here for a second. I hear a starling or two. American black duck there, mallards, canvasbacks. Redhead. Hear the Canada geese. I'm hearing mallards now. Is that a northern pintail? Yes. Let's switch cameras for a minute. It's too much stuff. Let's hear the blue jay. So like I said, mallards, canvasbacks, American black ducks here. And mallards, northern pintails, redheads.
And then farther out, more of the same really, but I hear a car coming. I gotta get out of the way. We'll move on shortly, but male and female redheads. I hear geese, and I'm wondering if some of them might be snow geese. They sound like snow geese. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I can get them. I think they're snow geese. Let's continue on, and there are more.
At first, I thought I was hearing Canada geese, and I thought, okay, I haven't seen any Canada geese yet. And then one or two vocalizations made me think, okay, no, I'm hearing snow geese. Oh, I see some swans.
Who's that? That's an American widgeon. And these look like tundra swans. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, gotta deal with traffic. Fact of life. Oh, buffleheads. A small duck, that's a male right there. That's an American widgeon, that's a male American widgeon. Let's see if I can get a better look. Mallards. Where'd the widgeon go? There. Can still hear snow geese flying overhead. Oh, large flocks. Hold on. But and this is the direction they're flying is south. So I'm guessing they're just flying around somewhere. So good numbers, again, of snow geese have been in the air. All right, let's get back to the other camera. Oh, good. Here, look, we've got 2 mallards in the foreground, and behind them, 1 American black duck. Look how similar they are. And in fact, they will hybridize. They'll, you know, the 2 species will sometimes mate, and they'll produce offspring that look like one and like the other. So, glad we were able to see them like that. Who's that? That might, I don't know if that was a herring gull or not. Might have been. So again, tundra swans. And that looked like a red, yeah, we've got some redheads with them. We're going to keep moving, I think, very shortly. Is that a... I hear a white-breasted nuthatch. Oh, that is a ring-necked duck. And just heard a robin. These aren't trumpeter, are they? No, these are tundra swans. That's a younger one there. That's a scaup there. It looks like a greater scaup. And then, oh, canvasback is right there, and that's a female canvasback there, and these are a couple male American widgeons. I think that's a redhead. That's a female widgeon. Who is making that noise? It's another ring-necked duck. Oh, there are a few of them then. That's another one. Did I just hear a common grackle? I might have. Blue jay. Over here, some swans. Are they also tundras? Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? There. we'll move on shortly, but I've enjoyed this. You can hear the tundra swans are beginning to vocalize a little bit more. Okay, let's move on.
I mean, when it comes to that sort of thing, I could probably sit and watch for hours. You know, I mean, just watch them slowly. You know, especially if I have a good view and it's peaceful, and I don't have to worry about, you know, maybe traffic or anything. Oh, just saw a Canada goose on the water, just one. Oh, I see down at the dock or boat launch area, there's a grouping of people. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're the same grouping of people that were on the that tower earlier at Shockey Pool. I'm not certain, but I wouldn't be surprised. They're looking out and they're looking back towards the waterfowl that we were just looking at. So now we're here, and we're hoping to maybe, if we're lucky, see the red-headed woodpecker. If we're lucky. We've had good luck these last few weeks. I don't see anybody yet today. Farther out there on the water, it looks like another grouping of ducks. Maybe I'm not sure, but maybe the same sort of mix. here. They look like they're ready to leave here. Some are looking in other directions. Yeah, they're starting to walk away. I just heard something. Did I hear it? I think I may have heard it. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, wait a minute. Now it sounds like something else. Thought I saw it, but I may be wrong. Oh, I know where to look now. Did it? Oh, did it take off? Yes, I see something. So we're looking at a red-headed woodpecker, everybody. Not the best view we've had. But we'll take what we can get. Sorry.
Wish they'd be quiet. These people are talking. I still see it now. Hold on. Don't know if I can get it back. We're going to move on shortly. I've lost sight of it. Oops, I wasn't recording apparently. That's okay. Also hearing robins, and I've heard a red-winged blackbird. I don't see the red-headed woodpecker any longer. There is another grouping of waterfowl out there, but we're going to continue on together. Some gulls near the edge of the water there. You know, I don't mind, and I can certainly understand when people go out and they're bird watching together. Of course they want to talk, and that's why they go out together. You know, you don't just go out just so you can stand there. I mean, I guess you could always talk about it later, but I mean, it's nice to talk about the experience at the time. But
you know, if you're out and you're on foot and you're near a bird you're trying to look at, personally, I think it's best if you kind of keep quiet. And the reason why is because you might frighten that bird. And those people were out on foot, and they were trying to look at the red-headed woodpecker, and the one kept talking a lot. And not that she was screaming, but she was, you know, often when you're out, you know, outdoors, and you talk, you just naturally begin to raise your voice for, you know, I think there are reasons behind that. Maybe because partly, you know, because you are in the greater outdoors, it's harder to hear your own voice, and you just tend to think, oh, I need to speak up. Anyway, so she was, again, she wasn't yelling, don't get me wrong, but she was relatively loud and talking, and they were relatively close to the red-headed woodpecker, out on foot. And, you know, I tried to be quiet, and I'm here in my vehicle, which, like it or not, can help serve as a blind. They were just out on foot, and that's, you know, makes things that much more likely that they'll frighten whatever they're looking at. It's just something to keep in mind. Not just in that situation, but, you know, if you're on East Road and you're looking down at the Knox Marcellus Marsh, you know, unless you're making a lot of noise, sure, go ahead, talk, you know, especially if you're not ruining it for others, because chances are the birds that are down there, they're not going to be disturbed by that. But when you're on foot and relatively near the bird in question, you know, even if it's a red-tailed hawk, maybe it's not necessarily frightened of you, but it sees you and it decides, you know what, I'm going to move on. I mean, I've seen that happen, you know, many times. That's why sometimes, like, if we, even driving along, encounter a red-tailed hawk, a couple Canada geese, you know, if it's near the road, I'm likely to just mention, oh, red-tailed hawk, and I'll keep driving, because if I stop, that will get the attention of the hawk, and I'm not saying it's going to be frightened away, but all of a sudden it decides to move on. I see some swans out there, and I think we'll stop and take a look at them, and then I think we're about due for a break. Well, let's stop right here. I don't know what kind of swans these are. We've also seen in this area mute swans, so I don't know what these are. Still don't know. This could be a mute swan. I think it is. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Well, I think it is. Hello. That is a tundra swan. And that is that a redhead? Wow, the colors. It is a redhead. That does look like a mute swan. Why don't you pop your head up so we can see you? I'm hearing a lot of Canada geese. I'm not seeing a lot of Canada geese. And I don't see any in the air. Okay, hold on. Those are mute swans.
Or at least that one is. So a couple mute swans there. We've also seen a tundra swan here. And can we come over here and see who these are yet, or no? Are they still refusing to reveal themselves to us? Where are they? Ah, we've got to look out there. Those are those snow geese? I didn't even see them. I just see it as a lighter area of water. I thought it was a reflection issue. We'll look at those in a minute. Come on. See, these are tundra swans. They're smaller than the mute swans. All right, let's look out there farther. I had not seen them. I just thought it was a lighter area of water, but they look like snow geese to me. Oh, I can't zoom out much more. Let's do this. Not a great view. They're not close. You know, when they're out there like that, they're all free to talk because they're not doing any grazing there, not that I know of. Unless there is maybe possibly some vegetation within reach, I'm not sure. But again, those are snow geese out there. It's not a huge raft. And what I want to do, let me point you at those two other swans closer that are, I believe, mute swans. Oh, you know what? Let's look at a couple other things first. That's a couple buffleheads here. Small duck, as I said earlier on the others that we saw. And who's that? Oh, I didn't see. More buffleheads. Those are females that we're seeing there. That we were seeing there. Why don't you dive to it? You might as well. Alright, let's look out here at these other... While you're looking there, I'm going to, I just want to look around a bit with binoculars. 1 second. I can't even see the snow geese that well with binoculars, and that's the one that we know, the grouping that we know are snow geese. I'm not sure if there are any others. Okay, those are buffleheads as well. Okay, so one more look at the two suspected, if I can find them. I think at least one of them is a mute swan, but neither one has really moved. Okay, we're going to move on. I just don't know if we should I think we will take a break now. I think it's going to be like 5:20, 5:30 by the time we get back up and running again. It's kind of late. It's almost 4 o'clock. Okay, let me see if you got the message. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I see some comments about the swans. Let me go back to them. They're not still doing it. Oh, yeah, they are. Whatever that is. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. So again, these are mute swans here. At least those two are. And you can see there's something drawing the attention of the redheads as well. So it's kind of shallow there. There must be vegetation within reach. I think that's a mute swan also, but I'm not sure. I'm hearing vocalizations from farther south. I'm not sure what it is that I'm hearing or where. I think I may have just heard an American widgeon also. I'm not sure. Hold on. Just start up the car for a reason. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. What is that song? What I'm hearing? That high-pitched, I'm not sure what it is. Okay, we better take a break now. And let's go with that same timing, okay? Maybe 5:20 to 5:30, somewhere around there, I'm guessing. It's hard to leave the swans, you know, they're beautiful to see.
I see a flock of what I believe are snow geese. Oh, and another flock. Hold on, this is freehand. I don't know if I can get it. Hold on. And another flock. Yeah, several flocks. So, what remains to be seen is, are they going to join, they're up high, are they going to join the ones that are on the water now already? Or the other way around? Oh, uh-oh, hold on. Problem here. It's better. Oh. Still no sign of anybody actually descending towards the water. Not that I've seen. But I think I've maybe noticed an uptick in the vocalizations from the water. You know, from the ones on the water. So I don't know if, essentially ground control is calling them in. I think they're coming in. I say that because you can see the formation is broken up, and see how they're kind of gliding. They're out there quite a ways, but and with the naked eye, I can't see any in the air, but I know they're there. See how the V formation is all broken up, and they look like they're gliding in, and we've seen that already. Let me just sneak a peek with binoculars one second.
again, we're looking at snow geese, and they're landing on Cayuga Lake. We're going to move on. I think it's time to take that break. You know, unfortunately, they are far away, and they're only slowly landing in, so they're not... oh, I hear more. Okay, well, as usual, Cayuga Lake has been a wintertime treat. All right, time for a break. We're still looking at that same time frame, I think, roughly 5:20, 5:30. I'm going to hurry up and get there as quickly as I can.
Got some rewiring to do and some... Hello everybody, welcome to the Cornell campus. It is, I don't know how warm it is. It's raining, and I have Big Red in my sights. At least for the moment.
Where'd she go? There she is. I'm hearing some starlings. Again, we're looking at Big Red. She's a red-tailed hawk, if you don't know her. And she's on the pole that is between the, behind Bruckner and between the, on one side of the road is Bruckner over here, and on the other side are one of the older chicken coops, or poultry barns, actually. So here she is. Hold on, let me get things steady. I hear a mourning dove singing. Starlings flying around a bit. I did hear a robin earlier. It's 47 degrees apparently, and lightly raining.
It's 40.
Let me just make an adjustment here. She's fluffed up just a bit. I'm not sure if she has her eyes on anything at ground level. She might. Maybe not.
Just looking around a little bit myself now with binoculars. Not that there's much I can see. I was hoping to see if she was seeing any motion or movement or whatever on the ground, but I can't see anything from here. I hear a northern cardinal singing. Not sure if the rain is easing up or not. And I don't know if we're going to, once again, I'm not sure if we're going to Sapsucker Woods just because of the rain. We might not. Wouldn't mind going. But it's nice to get a good look at her for a change. We did see her last week, but she was not very close to us. She was on the clock tower, the scaffolding, I should say, around the clock tower. Haven't really looked around the campus much, so I don't know what else is going on. Hearing mourning doves, and I'm not sure if that's what I hear one singing, but I've heard heard their feathers a little bit as they fly. They make a distinctive sound. Does she have her eye on something? I don't know.
have to admit, sometimes the way a hawk will move its head and look around can confuse me. And especially like I see sometimes when they're looking at the ground, it looks like, okay, they're intently looking at one location, and then it seems like they're looking around that location, and then maybe they go to, I don't know, a location within that range eventually. If this vehicle can pass me, I think it can. So, I mean, she keeps looking to her left and down, generally, but I don't know if there's anything down there or not. Hold on, I want to do something. Oh, shoot, I didn't have to do that. Still hear that mourning dove singing. And a northern cardinal. Just interested to see if she's going to go after something or not. I've looked on a couple occasions now at the ground, and I can't see everything she can see from here, just because of the way the ground is. But I haven't seen anything there at all. But I've watched hawks over the years, and sometimes. Sometimes I'll see one go after, go to a spot where I saw absolutely no motion or movement or anything. We won't stay here the whole time, but it's just nice to see her and get a good look at her. Lighting isn't perfect, of course. It's there's a within my view, but I doubt she can see it. There's a squirrel. Where'd the squirrel go? It's a bit on the other, from her perspective, on the other side of Bruckner, so she probably doesn't know it's there. And now I don't see it at all, and I'm sure she can't see it. A vehicle is vehicles have been passing by under her, and pedestrians have been going by under her. So, quite honestly, I have my doubts as to whether or not there's anything there in terms of you know, rodents or anything on the ground that she might go after. Well, I think we're going to continue very shortly. She seems content to stay there for the moment. And maybe we'll continue our search and look around. Maybe we'll find Arthur. Maybe we won't. I don't know. On the other side of one of the chicken coops, I just saw two squirrels chasing after each other. And I don't know if she could possibly be seeing them. It's possible. And I don't know where they are now. I can't see them. A couple people beneath her there. Oops, sorry. If I'm not mistaken, I'm hearing Canada geese. We'll move on very shortly. Well, I want to look at her a little bit more closely. Does she look like she has her eyes on something is the question. Not really. Okay, let's move on. Good to see you, Big Red.
Always good to see her. Still raining a little bit, maybe not a lot, but still a little bit. It's getting dark in a hurry, though. You know what? I say it's getting dark. Skies are mostly gray, but I look ahead, and it looks like at least at one point there's a break in the sky. It's not like a very wide break. It's just actually, well, I don't know. I don't know. I just wonder if we should try to go to Sapsucker or not. it's getting dark. I don't know. I don't know, how long it's been raining here today. I mean, is it that basically everything is kind of waterlogged, or what? We saw Big Red. She didn't look like she was completely dry by any means, but she didn't look like she was really soaked through either. We did see some water droplets on her, but sometimes we've seen her and she looks really, soaked through. I would not say that's the case today. Or at least it wasn't back there, looking at her. Let's look up at... Okay, I just wanted to take a better look at the clock tower. I don't see anybody up there. At least not from this angle. She's still there.
for some clarity.
Quiet.
Clap your hands like this. Clap your hands like this. Clap, clap, clap your hands like this.
Man, are we ready? Come on, man. It's hard to top that. It's really, unless we go to Plan B.
Oh, Plan B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that's Plan B right there.
She's still there.
Yeah, Chance. Look at hands like this. Come on. Ow! Yeah. Organ. You got a little bit of organ, like his fingers going, stuff like that. Oh! Bilko, you got a little bit of guitar? While I hike with my boots. Come on. Yeah! Jan, you got a little something? Oh, I like that. Leona. You got a yell or something like a I got a yell. Sit down, ready now. Could come. Could come louder. Come on. Yeah. Could come. I like it. Could come. You got your hands like this. Come on. Could come. Sit up. Yeah. Could come. Keep it going in your toes now. Now, I like this. What about you? Is that all right? No? Why not? We got the... And then the... And then the... I don't know. Something's missing. Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm so sorry. We forgot about the play. Oh, yeah. Make it funky now. I don't know who goes on bass. Wow. Yeah. Come on now. More bass in the place. More bass in the place. More bass in the place. I like more bass in the place. I said, be my phone to be phone. I want to phone them good. Be my phone to be phone. I want to get phone good. I want to find home. I want to be phone. I want to phone them good. I be my phone to be phone. I want to get phone good. I'll be my phone to be phone. I want to phone them good. I be my phone to be phone. I want to get phone good. People, I want to fuck them good. I mean, my phone to people. I want to get phone good. I said, now, gotta make me fuck gay. I said, 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 gotta make me fuck gay.
She's still there. It's getting dark, obviously. We're not going to Sapsucker. It's just too late, too dark. If the skies are clear, maybe we'd have time, but I don't think so. day like today with, you know, the rain and everything, you know, it's maybe a little bit less likely to see, you know, it's definitely less likely to see extra flights that aren't necessary. And it's getting late in the day now anyway. I don't know how much rain Ithaca actually received, but I suspect it wasn't that much rain. Maybe it rained all day, but not necessarily heavily. You know, in my travels today, I didn't see really any heavy rain. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's find something else to listen to. Oh, we can listen to this. See if the big rider's still there. I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. No, she's no longer there. Perches just in case she might have gone there, but I don't see her. Canada geese. Turn off your high beams. That was Night Shift by, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but I believe it's Greg Karukas. The sky in the distance looks like it has, you know, no, we don't want to hear this. Looks like it, you know, would still be fairly light out if it weren't so cloudy. I'm dancing. I think we'll hear one more song after this. That song was Massive Transit from the album Unscripted by Cindy Bradley. It really, if you haven't bought that album yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Anyway, let's hear one more song. See if I can find it quickly. And if I can't, well, we'll see. Can I find... Will I find it quickly? Why do I have a feeling I won't be able to find it quickly? Well, we'll do it a different way. 1 second. That didn't work. Well, maybe I can find it. 1 second. 1 second. I can't find it. What do you know? Here it is. One more song. everybody, that's going to do it for the day. I wish we could have seen more, of course, but then again, I always say that, but I mean it. We saw quite a few birds today. Nice variety, a few surprises. At least for me, I thought there were some surprises, namely the sandhill cranes coming in for a landing when we were at the visitor center in Montezuma. So, it seems like spring has at least kind of sort of begun, and we've seen some milder temperatures, I would say. Well, there's still time for some wintry weather for sure, but we're starting to see the signs. We're hearing certain birds like the red-winged blackbird singing today, and things are beginning all over again. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me. It was a fun day for me. I hope you had fun too. And but I guess we're out of time. We're out of light. It's time for me to pack up and head home. By the way, that was Friday at 5 by Paul Taylor, that last song. And with that, I will wish you all a very, very good night and a very, very good week. Take care, everybody.